Coming up on Studio G, an icy handshake comes before a productive meeting between the U.S. and Russia.
And Nicole Lewis speaks to Kathleen Miller and finds out about living Grace homes.
And we talk to a UNLV anthropologist about his find of a lifetime. Stay tuned, Studio G starts right now. Good afternoon and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Studio G. I'm Alexa Vita.
And I'm Deshello Balogan. The Obama administration seemed pleased with the results of a meeting between President Barack Obama and his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin. But their meeting Monday night got off to an icy start. After days of criticism back and forth, President Barack Obama criticized Russia's moves in the Ukraine.
Deep and complex history between Russia and Ukraine. But we cannot stand by when the sovereignty and territorial integrity of a nation is flagrantly violated.
Putin criticized the West for its handling of the violence in the Middle East.
Asking those who have caused this situation, do you realize now what you've done? But I'm afraid no one is going to answer that.
Senior White House officials called the meeting focused and productive, giving Obama new insight into Russia's strategy for defeating ISIS.
In local political news, UNLV will be the host of the last presidential debate before the 2016 presidential election. The debate will take place on October 19, 2016 at the Thomas & Mack. Ticket information will be available as the event draws near.
College students are just learning to be on their own and are often prone to making mistakes, making them a potentially easy target for scammers. Even though most college kids have limited cash, that hasn't stopped scammers from trying to squeeze them for their money. Experts at personal finance website credit.com have compiled a list of some of the common scams to watch out for. A common scheme is a tuition scam. Someone calls warning that your tuition is late and you must pay immediately with a credit card over the phone. Don't do it. Call the school's financial office to check for yourself. And speaking of credit cards, watch out for the offers sent to college students. They often come loaded with big fees and high interest rates. And if you are shopping for textbooks, make sure you are using a reliable site. Crooks can set up fake sites for online textbooks. They offer great deals and deliver nothing. Finally, watch out for scams on off-campus housing. Don't ever agree to rent an apartment without seeing it both inside and out, and make sure you meet the landlord first. Some scammers offer living space online and take your money and then disappear. In the rubber weather forecast when we return, so stay tuned. Where you are, Studio G will be right back.
This is a 30-minute show that airs every Tuesday evening at 91.5. You're going to hear Dr. Gary Larson along with our regular contributors talking about what matters to our community. And not only what matters, but why does it matter? We look at our community as a whole, but we also pay special attention to what's happening here at UNLV because that's our home as well. So looking at our metropolis through the lens of a radio show really gives us the unique perspective to tell a story through words and through people, and I think it makes for a great program.
Ever wonder what makes us, the Smurfs, so happy? The forest, of course! This is where we, along with the beautiful forest creatures, make our home with beautiful plant life, clean water, and endless adventures. It's a place to celebrate. So discover the forest with your family today. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Typhoon Juan made landfall in northern Taiwan and hammered the island nation with 2 feet of rain and 150-mile-per-hour winds. The storm killed at least 2 people and injured more than 300 others. Juan weekend and passed over southeastern China early Tuesday. Now to Sally Ann with the weather.
I don't know, it's not lit up, so. The camera's not on. Hurricane Joaquin becomes the third hurricane of the Atlantic season. It's 215 miles northeast of the central Bahamas. It's a slow mover, only at 6 miles per hour. Weather models are projecting a track headed somewhere between Virginia and the New Jersey shore by Monday morning. So we're going to keep an eye out on that and let you guys know a little bit more as we get a little bit more information on that. For the current weather, it's now 91 degrees with 17% humidity, not very high, and some low winds. The high for later today is 101 degrees, still low winds. That'll probably kick in a little bit around 3 o'clock or so. And then for the low tonight, 73 degrees, much nicer than the 100-degree weathers we're dealing with now. So if you're planning on doing anything outdoors, wait till a little on later in the night. And then for tomorrow, it's going to be a high of 99 degrees, and the wind's going to kick up a little bit more tomorrow. We've seen some real low wind, but tomorrow it'll be 19 miles per hour on the wind. So with 99 degrees, it should feel a little chillier than it really is with a little bit of wind blowing in your hair. All right, thank you.
9 years ago, Las Vegan Kathleen Miller founded Living Grace Homes, a nonprofit that assists homeless teen moms in the Valley. She has helped over 180 young moms over the last 8 years. She explains that all of the young girls she has met have made an impact on her as well. Here is Nicole Miller with more.
People started saying, "But Kathleen, what we really need here is a maternity home for young ladies." And my response was, "You're right, we do. As soon as somebody decides to do that, you let me know and I'll help however I can." It took me about 4 years to figure out that God had changed my name to somebody and that it was my job to open Living Grace Home.
Kathleen Miller is the founder of Living Grace Homes, where she helps homeless pregnant teens and teen moms become self-sufficient. One of the volunteers, Karen Lewis, says that she's known Kathleen for almost 7 years.
The mere fact that she feels like this is her calling and this is what she is here to do, she gives 110%.
Teen moms like Maria Marshall met Kathleen 2 months ago after she lost 2 different jobs and got evicted from her apartment. Maria was homeless and pregnant.
She's like that mom that you never had, very strict, but at the same time can give you that slack.
Although Kathleen has helped over 180 young moms over the last 8 years, she says that all of the young girls she has met have made an impact on her too.
They've all had an impact on me. And the whole process of operating a maternity home for pregnant young ladies has given me a different insight and view.
For Studio G, I'm Nicole Lewis.
That one woman has changed so many lives right here in Southern Nevada with her Living Grace Homes. Living Grace Homes is a nonprofit organization that is a blessing to homeless teen moms like Kathleen Miller. The first home is for pregnant young ladies ages 14 to 22, while the second home is for those teen moms, all of which are in danger of becoming homeless.
I got evicted from my apartment and I was homeless and pregnant. I came here 5.5 months pregnant. I'm hoping to gain education, how to financially support a child, and how to raise a child properly. This is a good place.
If you would like to volunteer or donate, please visit livinggracehome.com. When Studio G returns, we will take a look at a prehistoric find by a UNLV anthropologist.
Later, we will sit down with Reb Events to find out what is planned. We'll be right back.
We are member supported. KUNV 91.5, The Source. Here's why you should become a member. Become a part of the public radio family while keeping jazz alive in Southern Nevada. Every member receives a discount card to businesses and restaurants around the valley, along with a premium of KUNV branded items, exclusive access to KUNV ticket giveaways for concerts and events, and private members-only events with prominent musicians such as Paul Taylor, Vincent Ingala, and many more. We are 91.5 The Source, and that source is you. So become a member today.
Oh, the station's great. You make friends, you gain skills, you learn how to do all this stuff with audio. It's a fantastic thing.
I can grow with everyone and everybody supports me as well as I can support them.
I think it's great. I think it's a blessing to have this kind of equipment from the Green Spun family as well as the state of Nevada.
And it's really informative to see, how a radio show really works.
Now that I do it, I have friends, I have people that want to hang out, and I get to play music a lot.
It's very good too because we have all the top of the line equipment to work with and students here that can help you out, so it's a very, very good way to get involved in the radio.
Welcome back. UNLV anthropologist has made a shocking discovery that has given evidence to human evolution that has been searched for since the beginning of man.
A 2.8 million year old jawbone has been discovered in Ethiopia by UNLV's anthropologist Brian Vilmore and his international research team.
We really had been looking for more than 10 years for poorly known or a poorly preserved level of sedimentation.
Vilmore explains how humans were able to evolve through critical living conditions.
First, they have two choices when they're under that sort of selective pressure. They can either go extinct, which obviously a lot of animals have done, or they can adapt. And we're just lucky enough that we did happen to adapt to function in a drier, more open climate.
The findings have led them to narrow the evolutionary gap of the critical time period in human evolution.
Having found something validated our efforts. We've been looking for more than 10 years for sediments between 2 and 3 million years, which are very difficult to find. So we finally did find a good section, and we had spent weeks looking, and just by chance we came across the jaw. We knew immediately it was a human, and so we were pretty excited naturally.
The discoveries of the jawbone have been put in the March publication of Science, and more research is being done at the Institute of Human Origins in Arizona State University. The Reb Events Board here at UNLV campus plans to encourage culture. Deshola has one of the members here with us to tell us more about the wonderful organization.
Thank you, Alexa. So I'm here with Mary Cruz Valdez. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So can you tell us a little bit about what Rebel Events is?
Yeah, for sure. So the Rebel Events Board is a student-driven organization that's here on campus. So we plan all the campus-wide events. So we do everything from planning to executing the events. Some of the biggest events that we're known for is going to be like Premier UNLV, Homecoming. We also do different kinds of things like Rebels After Dark, where it's like late-night programming. So basically what we try to do is give students that college experience through campus events. So we primarily try to focus on social programming, but like I worked with you on a project for UNLV Idol, which was really fun. But yeah, we just do a lot of things to like engage students with our campus and give them a good like UNLV Rebel vibe.
Okay, and are the Rebel Events Board meetings, are they open to anyone, like any students?
Yeah, so we're open. We are always accepting membership, and our membership to our organization is completely free. We meet every Tuesday at 7 p.m. in the Student Union Room 208. So you could just stop on by. You'll first come to the meeting and you'll be introduced to our president, and then Ryan Romero, who's our recruiting and retention coordinator who deals with membership, is going to kind of like facilitate the meeting and then like inform you on what's going on.
Okay, and what events do we have like coming up?
So we actually have one tonight. It's going to be a Rebel game night. So basically it's going to be in 208 A, B, and C in the Student Union. It's going to start at 7 p.m. and we're going to have like free pizza, prizes. So basically it's just going to be tables spread throughout. They have like different board games. You can just come by. If you win one of the board games against some of your friends, you'll win some prizes. We're also going to have a lot of free pizza. So that's for this week.
Free.
Yeah,
everyone likes free. Students like free.
Yeah, and then we have next week we have two events. So we have an event every week. so we can continue to engage students. So next week we're going to have, the first one's going to be the photo release party for Premier UNLV, which is going to be on Tuesday, October 6th in Pida Plaza. We're going to have like cupcakes, we're going to have keychains with the official photo for this year. And then following on the next day, October 7th, which is a Wednesday, we're going to have a scavenger hunt starting at 5 p.m. in the courtyard. And basically it's going to be run through an app. So then if you sign up, you can sign up teams of 3. And then basically you'll go running around campus, and then the app will like let you know like where the different clues are. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
And the photo is that the one where you like have the light?
The flashlight, yeah. So it's like every year for 20 years we've taken a picture with all the students, creating the letters UNLV. And basically it's the official shot for Premier UNLV. So this is like the official release of it. So we're going to unveil it. And this year we're doing things a little different because we want to have things that are like keepsakes for students. So instead of just giving, a piece of paper that has the image, we're going to have keychains that have the images. But as well, we want to like give you guys something that's like a celebration for the 20th annual Premier UNLV. So we're gonna have like cupcakes, nothing but little cupcakes. But
oh,
yeah,
nothing but
yeah.
is my favorite cake.
Yeah, so
like
it's gonna be
best
really
cake
fun.
in the world.
They're
seriously.
called like buntinis because they're like mini.
Red
But yeah, it's
velvet,
gonna be a
I
lot of
hope.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what would you say is your favorite event of the whole year, like you personally?
Okay, well, I have like a little bias because I've planned it for 2 years, but
Yeah.
Premier UNLV is probably one of my favorites. We have a lot of great events, but I think that it's the one event where we have students from all grades, we have staff come, they get free t-shirts, and they really feel like they're a part of the campus. So I love that about the event is that you get together and then you feel like you're at home, and like that home is UNLV.
Mhm.
So I love it.
And I was looking through like the agenda because most of everything is in the agenda, right? The events.
Yeah.
And I saw like previously, I think this was last year, we had speed dating.
Yeah, we have speed
I thought that was the
dating.
coolest
Yeah.
thing. When's the next speed dating thing? I might have to find someone.
It's every spring semester. It's an annual program that happens in the spring. So it happens around the, like the dating season, which is like February.
Like Valentine's Day
yeah,
time?
so it'll be around that time. I know that next year it'll be a little later because I think that there's different things happening on campus during that time. But yeah, definitely look out in the spring. I know this fall we had speed friending, so it's like a little twist on speed dating.
Speed friending.
Yeah, speed friending, so you can come make some friends.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we have different events to like help students get engaged with other students.
Have any of these actually, like the speed dating one, have you ever had like a actual
Couples?
couple come out of it?
Yeah, we have.
Really?
One of our members, she actually met her a significant other at speed dating, and then they dated for like a year. I think
That's
they broke
crazy.
it off, but like
I mean, but it kind of
happens.
lasted, right?
Yeah, it happened.
So look, if you guys are looking for anyone to like date or anything, speed dating might be for you.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you, Mary Cruz, for being
no
here.
problem. Thank you for having me.
It was fun. And when Studio G returns, superheroes unite against cancer, and we'll be right back.
It's awesome. I didn't know what I was getting into. I thought it was just going to be fun, just me in a room playing music. And it's blossomed into something beyond what I imagined. Like, people just love it. There's like, a lot of people are eager and excited to be a part of UNLV radio. A lot of people didn't even know UNLV had a radio station, so I'm glad to be bringing that awareness to the Vegas community.
It feels great. It's a great accomplishment because it starts as something that nobody knows about. You get to build it from the ground up. So it builds your work ethic. It also gives you a sense of accomplishment when it's like, man, we made it. We did something. We made something that nobody else has made. So
it's great to be part of the student community and having to bring something to the student body with music, which is one of my passions.
I feel like it's giving me a voice, and not just for me, but for people who just have something they are passionate about. And I just want to, keep that conversation going and let other people see what we're talking about here.
It's amazing to have an opportunity to play whatever it is that you want to play. It's also a great way to connect and meet with new artists, great people, just music lovers in general.
What's up, it's your girl Scribe Cash. This is
The Prince Madison, this is The Takeover.
Played by the Video Games Live Orchestra.
yeah, on Twitter at Miles Low Music and
Zappos is not only a downtown business, it has revitalized the downtown corridor along with making cool for millennials. Jordan Lorenzo takes us inside to see how cool Zappos really is.
For those that may not know, Zappos is a $1 million company that has its hub right here in our city. But the success of the company hasn't just been money related. It's been about the company's culture. I spoke with an employer at Zappos who said before they would only hire people that they'd want to have a drink with. Since then, the company has grown from 70 people to 1,600, and now the process goes from 4 weeks to 4 months, but it might be worth the wait. If you're a fan of less structured work environments, Zappos might be your next destination. Within the walls of Zappos, you see the interesting spaces created by employees who want to personalize the office they spend a majority of their time in. HR's jungle theme was the first room we got to see on the tour. The rest of the building was just as colorful. At Zappos, they rather not focus on titles, but on the job at hand. With things like Zollers and personalized money vouchers, employees can reward each other for their hard work. So it's such a creative space and a cultured environment. The real question is, would students want to work at Zappos?
I'd love to have a carefree work environment and be able to put up whatever I want in my own office, but I'm a person that needs set hours and stability, so I don't think I'd really want to work at Zappos.
I like their model, it's interesting. I think that might be the way that a lot of businesses might go in the future, because so many things are changing as far as like business models that are effective and a sharing culture.
I'm Jordan Lorenzo. Back to you guys in the studio.
If you would like more info on Zappos, go to zappos.com.
Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man were just a few of the superheroes found at Mountain's Edge Park. The heroes showed up at the Candlelighters 5K run to show their support for a different kind of hero, a hero much closer to us than we initially thought.
There's so many people in this world that we think of as a superhero, people that go above and beyond, but we think of our kids who are battling cancer as a superhero.
A variety of people showed up to the Candlelighters. However, the overwhelmingly majority of superhero families until uniting to fight the cancer villain.
Just to help support cancer research, for the Candlelighters, for the kids. We've got kids of our own, so it's a cause that we really hold close to our heart.
Many people came dressed up as their own favorite superhero.
I'm Batman. We have little Robin, Superman, and of course Batman and Wonder Woman.
This year is our 25th anniversary, and it's so fitting because our donors, our supporters, our community are our superheroes, and we're that superhero to those families that are fighting cancer.
Goes to show you don't need to have fancy gadgets or cool superpowers to be a hero. For more information, check out the candlelighters.org.
If you're looking for a furry friend or a way to help out in your community, get your tails wagging. Reporter Taylor Carter has a story.
The Animal Foundation is Southern Nevada's largest open admission shelter that serves all of Clark County. The shelter is home to over 1,000 animals and hosts adoptions daily at their facility in Las Vegas.
We house a variety of animals, not just your run-of-the-mill dogs, cats. We have rabbits, guinea pigs, occasional horses, goats, reptiles, birds, really anything that can be considered a household pet.
There are many opportunities for people to get involved, not just volunteering, but also through their foster program.
If you're a college student and maybe your family pet is home with mom and dad, but you're here, maybe a little lonely, but you're not ready to adopt or you can't take on a full-time commitment, fostering is a perfect opportunity, right? So you provide temporary care in a home to maybe an animal that's a little shy and fearful or maybe a little young. Just needs a little extra attention, maybe doesn't do well in the shelter environment. If you really give that animal an extra chance, you can save a life while you're attending your studies here. As great as we all are and the care that we provide, it's not normal, it's not natural for them. So the best place for them to be is in a home environment.
They host events and have adoption specials going on throughout the year. This Monday, they just announced that Pitbull's adoption fees have been permanently reduced to $25. For more information or to find out all the ways you can help, visit animalfoundation.com. For Studio G, I'm Taylor Carter.
Here's
a quick preview of what we have for you Thursday. Yeah, they messed up.
Pretty fun, just me in a room playing music, and it's blossomed into something beyond what I imagined. Like, people just love it. There's like, a lot of people are eager and excited to be a part of UNLV radio. A lot of people didn't even know UNLV had a radio station, so I'm glad to be bringing that awareness to the Vegas community.
It feels great. You know, it's a great accomplishment because it starts as something that nobody knows about, and you get to build it from the ground up. So it builds your work ethic. It also gives you a sense of accomplishment when it's like, man, we made it. We did something. We made something that nobody else has made. So
It's great to be part of the student community and having to bring something to the student body with music, which is one of my passions.
I feel like it's giving me a voice, and not just for me, but for people who just have something they are passionate about. And I just want to, keep that conversation going and let other people see what we're talking about here.
It's amazing to have an opportunity to play whatever it is that you want to play. It's also a great way to connect and meet with new artists, great people, just music lovers in general.
What's up, it's your girl Scribe Cash. This is
The Prince Madison, this is The Takeover.
Played by the video games Live Orchestra.
Yeah, on Twitter, at Miles Low Music and Action.
Ever wonder what makes us, the Smurfs, so happy? The forest, of course! This is where we, along with the beautiful forest creatures, make our home with beautiful plant life, clean water, and endless adventures. It's a place to celebrate. So discover the forest with your family today. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
UNLV President Len Jessup gave his state address and Studio G was there. Tune in tomorrow for more on his address.
And finally today, a unique sight in the skies across the world Sunday night. Check out this time-lapse video out of Gilbert, Arizona of the so-called supermoon lunar eclipse. It's the result of a rare combination of an eclipse with the closest full moon of the year. The last time this happened was in 1982, and it won't happen again until 2033.
Did you see the supermoon?
I saw it, but I didn't see anything though, if that makes sense. Like I saw it, but I didn't really think anything was different.
Yeah, I saw a lot of it on social media, but I didn't really see it outside all that much.
So I was like, okay, that's cool, but
yeah,
it was okay.
Well, that's all we have for you today. I'm Alexa Vita.
And I'm Deshala Balogan. We will see you tomorrow here at Studio G.